Welcome to AnimeTalk Chronicles, where we dive deep into the captivating worlds of anime, dissecting stories, unraveling characters, and sharing our passion for all things animated. Today, we're on to part 3 of our comprehensive review series, Chronicles of an Aristocrat Reborn in Another World. Now, let's unravel more of the captivating story and characters in this fantastical world. Cain was forced to marry the two girls Silk and Telly's. Cain couldn't refuse, and his father couldn't help him either, so Cain decided to get engaged with their daughters. In the days that followed, Cain visited the gods, and he wanted some advice about his stats. God Sem said that Cain is the strongest human in this world. Followed, he asked if Cain would like to become a demigod. After that, Zenom told him that they haven't a lot of entertainment in their realm, so Cain came up with the idea of making an item that provides entertainment. The gods looked forward to Cain's plan about creating a game and encouraged him. After that, Cain went shopping with his big sister. He ran out of the store. He then met Palma. She was happy to meet Cain again, and he learned that she is studying by Miss Tamas in his craft shop. Tamas was surprised that Cain is an aristocrat, and Cain wanted to see his shop. After that, Cain asked if Tanis could build him a game. Then Cain presented his idea to him and to Manus, except to build his game for Cain. Cain first wanted a test product, and he was paying with a gold coin. Tanana said that a gold coin is too much, and he didn't want to accept that much of money, but Cain saw it as an investment and agreed to work for him. Afterwards, Cain realized he had left his sister at the store, making her angry. He complimented her repeatedly to calm her down. Back home, Renee showed him all the clothes she had bought, and Cain complimented her again. The next morning, maid Sylvia informed him about his game. Cain was pleased with the reverse game he had created and decided to try it out with Palma. He demonstrated how the game worked to Tanis and Palma, impressing Tanis, who enjoyed playing it. Cain expressed his desire to create versions of the game for nobles and commoners. Tanis mentioned the challenge of expensive materials, so Cain supported its production financially, providing Tanis with enough money to make the games. They then learned they could patent their product for 3 years by making a contract with the merchant god. After drawing up the contract, Cain asked Tanis to produce a deluxe version of the game to gift to the royal family. Despite Tanis' doubts about his skills, Cain encouraged him, confident in the game's success. The gods also appreciated Cain's game and had fun playing it. Later, Cain prepared for his debut. His father cautioned him to avoid trouble. When Cain appeared at the king's hall, he immediately recognized an evil nobleman. He also met his fiancée Silk and her father, Eric, formally introducing themselves again due to their previous meeting not being official. Silk's father thanked Cain for saving her, and Cain complimented Silk, charming her with his Riz aura. Silk's father inquired about Garm's parenting methods that led to Cain becoming a Riz master. Garm attributed it to Renee's influence and her moodiness. The king then arrived, initiating the celebration. Cain thanked him for the invitation and impressed the king with his charm, complimenting Princess Tellus. The king expressed concern about Cain being raised with Riz. Cain then presented his game to the king, who accepted it as a gift. Silk brought Cain a drink and flirted with him, making him nervous. Suddenly, the son of Marcus Carino appeared, interested in Silk, who only had eyes for Cain. Habib and his friends looked down on Cain. Despite introducing himself as a baron, they ignored him. Unaware of Cain's higher status, they provoked him, leading to a confrontation outside. Cain hesitated to endanger Silk, but she insisted on staying with him. Habib's henchmen tried to showcase their magic, but their performances were underwhelming. Silk intervened, clarifying that Cain was not just a baron's son, but an officially appointed baron. The boys were shocked to learn that Cain is the boy who defeated 50 orcs and became a baron. They immediately apologized to Cain and ran away. Silk found it amusing that Cain had a mischievous side and blackmailed him into going on a date with her, threatening to tell Tellus about his evil side. Princess Tellus, feeling jealous, also wanted to go on a date with Cain, so he invited her as well. Suddenly, her father appeared behind Princess Tellus, causing significant problems for Cain once again. Later, Cain demonstrated his invented game to the king, and the two dads set rules for his dates with their daughters due to their concerns. In the days following, Cain received the key to his new mansion and was informed he didn't need to play his invented game with the king that day, thinking he could return home immediately. Suddenly, Duke Eric appeared, wanting to play a game with Cain, followed by more nobles who wanted to interact with him, which startled Cain. Afterwards, Cain visited his new property. finding it in disrepair. Hoping no ghost would spook him, he ventured into his mansion. Discovering it dark, broken, and dirty, Cain decided to clean his mansion with magic, casting a spell that swiftly cleaned and repaired everything, looking forward to his new life in his own mansion. Later on, Sylvia showed up, pleased that Cain requested her as a maid. Cain met the new maids, and Butler Coin introduced himself, eager to work for Cain. The maids wanted to clean Cain's mansion and noticed he had already cleaned it magically. Sylvia suspected Cain had taken care of it, and Coin was surprised by Cain's skills. Coin mentioned Cain still needed to visit his father because Alec and Jin, his older brothers, had arrived home and learned Cain was now a Baron, congratulating him. Renee anticipated visiting Cain's mansion, and the brothers teased Renee about ghosts, suggesting Cain protect her. They visited Cain's mansion and were surprised to find everything looking new. Garm suspected Cain had used magic, and his mother was proud of him. They inspected the mansion's rooms together, and Garm remarked that as an aristocrat, Cain needed art objects. After this, Cain exhibited a stuffed monster, and Sylvia screamed suddenly, causing the maids to think a monster was attacking. They saw a huge red dragon, shocking Garm, who couldn't believe Cain had defeated such a dangerous monster. Cain explained he had recently defeated one in the forest. Garm explained that a red dragon is a calamity-class monster that only A-rank adventurers can defeat with a large group. Garm suggested Cain warn the maids to prevent future problems. Afterward, Cain learned his stuffed red dragon was worth 1,000 platinum coins. Suddenly, Sarah screamed, admiring the modern toilet Cain had created with magic, expressing a desire for one in their own home. Garm was intrigued and wanted to use it, leading him to ask Cain to install one at his house. Then Cain was told that he needed to host a party to debut himself as a new aristocrat. Cain felt overwhelmed by the task, but Cullen and Sylvia had already prepared everything. Cain reviewed the guest list and decided not to invite the rude Duke Corino. He also noted that only dukes were allowed to invite the royal family, so he planned accordingly. Sylvia encouraged Cain to organize the party in his own style. Cain then decided to create beautiful glasses as gifts for the nobles and instructed his cook to prepare a new dish, burger patties, for the party. Sylvia tasted the delicious burger patties and was impressed by their flavor. She also enjoyed the sparkling wine Cain had made. Drinking several bottles and getting drunk, Cain was summoned to meet the king, who was initially upset for not receiving an invitation. However, Cain showed him the invitation he had prepared, which cheered up the king. Later, the maids discovered that the king would be attending the party. They also learned that Cain was engaged to both Silk and Princess Tellus. On the evening of the party, the guests started arriving. Eric and Silk thanked Cain for the invitation and admired his stuffed red dragon. When all the guests had gathered, Cain greeted the nobles and wished everyone a pleasant time at the party. Garm, Eric, and Sarah enjoyed tasting Cain's sparkling wine, praising its fizzy taste. Eric was amazed that Cain could please the guests with his dishes. Cain felt flattered by the compliments. Soon after, the royal family arrived, and the king immediately noticed Cain's sparkling wine. He also tried Cain's burger patties, which impressed him greatly. During the party, the queen discovered Cain's advanced toilet, which the king enjoyed using due to his recent meal at KFC. Impressed by Cain's inventions, the king requested Cain to build a similar toilet for them. The king praised Cain, and all the other nobles were pleased with how the party turned out. Towards the end of the event, Duke Corino arrived, looking down on Cain. Despite his arrogance, he enjoyed Cain's sparkling wine and burger patties. However, his rude behavior didn't sit well with the other guests. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the vast realms of anime. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for more thrilling reviews and discussions. Until next time, keep exploring the boundless wonders of anime with us.